Hey everyone, this is Ben with the Tiger's Den. Welcome back, and today, as you can see in the title and on the screen in front of you, we're going to be doing some more Mythgard. So, for those of you who missed the last stream, if you're interested in learning more about Mythgard or how to play it, I recommend you check out the previous stream I did this past Tuesday, where we did the first part of the tutorial and kind of learned some about the cards, how they work, talked over how the different game systems work, and a little background on it, things like that. The TLDR, very small company, very polished product, still in beta. Expansions coming in the future once it's out of beta, and it is a CCG, a computer-based CCG. It's also available on, so it's on Steam, web browser, Android, and iOS. And it is super polished, really fun, and some really great systems, and it does some really interesting kind of, there's some cool ways that it plays with the formula of kind of, you know, using sort of a lane setup that's kind of reminiscent of Hearthstone's positioning, but much deeper, things like that. So anyway, for today, we are going to be continuing, or perhaps even completing, the tutorial storyline. And then, oops, sorry, I probably have some echo there because I neglected to turn my volume down on my system. Apologies for that. But yeah, so we are going to jump back into that, and then we'll kind of see where we are. If we finish it out, maybe we'll do like some of the missions or puzzles or something like that. But for now, let's just get in there. So where we left off, we had we were playing as Percy here, and we kind of got our bearings, left our crappy city for a maybe crappier city, I don't know, found a dog who seems nice, played as, I think, Ingrid here. Our possibly drug runners crossed some vampires potentially, but the vampires say it wasn't actually them, so they were going to square off there. And now we are back with Percy again, who just was told to go to some place by something at the Oracle of Delphi. So looks like we are... Oh, and we just got a second color added to our deck. So our dog, whose name I do not remember, has his own cards in our deck. So we had mono red here, and then we did mono blue, and now we're doing blue and red together for this one. So we'll see if we continue to see how the deck building works like that.
The throne of Imperial Parsa. A new mission is given.
Heed us, Ariel. An ancient power takes its first steps back into our world. You must find her. You must bring her to us.
My Empress speaks, and my duties are born.
We impress upon you the urgency of this task. This is a prize that cannot be missed.
Glory to Parsa. Glory eternal.
Given righteous purpose, the angel splits the skies with his passage. Delphi. The angel arrives.
Do things drop from the sky a lot around here? Because this is happening more often than...
Don't trust him. He stinks of Parsa.
Greetings, lady. I am Ariel. The Empress of Parsa requests that you attend upon her court.
Not sure what Parsa is, but I know what Empress means. I'll pass.
Parsa's requests cannot easily be set aside.
Listen, Sparkles. I've spent enough time as guest of royalty. Pretty much done with that.
Please, my lady. I implore you.
Fen, that's the dog's name. Alright, so we see, okay, powers and active abilities that cost a small amount of mana can be used once per turn. Okay, so we've still got our Ruins of Delphi here. This is a card that just starts out for us because of the scenario here where if we have a minion here at the start of our turn, we get to draw a card. So that's pretty awesome. Let's see if there's anything in our hand that... No, it doesn't look like there's anything in our hand that has to do with that spending mana on them thing. But okay, so what do we want to do here? So if you joined us last time, you'll know that the way that we get mana is by burning cards from our hand, and if we can burn one card per turn, that gives us 1 mana every turn. Also, we have these crystals, so you see in the upper left corner, there's the 1 blue, 2 red, etc. When we burn a card, we get 1 crystal of its color. Every turn those crystals replenish, just like mana does, and then we need to have the right number of crystals in the right color to cast cards as well. So we need to have burned at least 2 red cards and 3 cards total to play this guy. And that comes up, it turns out, pretty frequently. Okay, so what do you want to start with here? We want to burn a fair amount of red out of our hand for turn 3. And we want to burn a red by next turn. Okay, so let's refresh the keywords here. So Swift gets an additional move action each of its turns. And as we saw before, you can either move or attack, so you can move from one lane to the adjacent lane. And what I actually expected is that if you have a Swift creature, that would be able to do 2 moves or an attack. But what it actually means is that you can do 2 moves and an attack, or you can do 2 moves or an attack, or you can do 1 move and 1 attack, which was not immediately clear to me when I read that. So that is actually really cool. That said, this is probably the worst card in our hand right now, because this just seems a lot better, and we want to have a red for next turn. So I'm just going to burn some of our top, and we have a lot of more expensive cards here, so I'm going to pull this down here, burn that. We now have 1 mana, but can't use it this turn because all of our stuff costs 2 or more. So plan right now is to burn something next turn, depending on what we draw, and then we'll just play out Awaken here. Okay, so we can check up here to see what that card did. Fully heal all your minions and gain 4 life. So that was alright, that was a burned card. Okay. And then played a 2/1 that Awaken, add a 1/1 Parsa Recruit to your hand. Okay. So we drew, has +1/+1 for each adjacent canine creature. Minions in the opposing 3 lanes have immobile. I think that of the 3s and 4s we have, this is probably our weakest. I like putting down... Yeah, so let's try getting rid of this one. Now we have one of each of our colors, so we can get double anything next turn.
Use it. I have enough power to smite my enemies. Powers can be used once per turn. You choose your power when you construct your...
Oh, it's the power as in the our starting power. Okay, so we haven't had these in the previous ones, but we did look at a lot of them after our last at the end of our last session. So we can take a look here. And our power is Smite. For 2 mana, once per turn, deal 2 damage to your opponent if they have more life than you, or 1 otherwise. So, not a great way to spend our mana right now. So what I'm going to do is put this down. This will deal 1 damage to them. If they end up not attacking, we'll get to draw a card off of this. Otherwise, these 2 will not trade with each other because we're blocking this guy's lane. I mean, they could actually move it to either side, but... Okay, so they burn another one of these guys? Is that what that was?
The sands are eternal.
Different one. Okay, so those 2 trade. Enchant its lane with a desert unless it's already enchanted. Okay, so what does desert do? Ephemeral, meaning that... so it's removed from the game when leaving play, going to boneyard, or returning to a deck. So it's like a token. This guy's like creating a token, effectively, for using magic parlance. When enemy minions attack this lane, your opponent takes 1 damage, can be replaced by other enchantments. Okay. Alright, so this guy lets us basically ponder when we start, sort of. We get to look at the top 3, put 1 on top, and shuffle the rest back in. We can also take this guy's strength down to 0 for a turn, and then get rid of its ability. But its ability is the only thing that happens when it comes into play, so that wouldn't really do anything. So I think that I like... it seems like our opponent is... Like, their cards have been... We've seen lots of things that, like, create extra cards when they come into play. So our opponent can probably outvalue us, I'm guessing. Meaning that I think we just want to go on the offensive, so I think I'm going to burn... I've never actually used Amnesia yet, because I haven't seen anything that really required it. But I still want to keep it around here. So I think I'm going to burn this one. I'm going to put down this guy that has 4 power, because that puts us ahead on our race. And then this guy's drawing us a card no matter what. Unless they move it or silence it, I guess, because If this guy's here at the end of the turn, we're going to draw a card off this. If they kill this guy, we draw a card anyways. Alright, so they get to look at the top of their deck. If the minion, draw it, and it's now a rebel permanently. Oh, that's really cool flavor. Also, it's cool it's a rebel because that really seems a lot like, you know, rebels from Magic. Alright, so Cairn Henge gives occupying minion +1/+1. So we could do something where we, like, put this down. Well, actually, this implies that if you put something over an enchantment, the old one stays unless it says otherwise. Oh, actually, no, it says can be replaced by other enchantments. Okay, so I imagine that we probably can't... Yeah. So we cannot put another enchantment there. That's good to know. Not even to override it. I was thinking Netrunner, where you can, like, overinstall ice and stuff like that, but... Okay, so we have no direct damage here. Oops. I meant to check what that does, and instead I just kind of wasted my turn. I guess I'll burn this to get a second blue in case we need that. And then I can at least play this. I'm going to play it here. Yeah, that was not great. I meant to just mouse over and see what it did. But, because last time I wanted to check what this did, I had to click on it. That was what the interface was prompting me to do, I think. So yeah, that was very bad for us. Alright, so our opponent is slowing down the game by playing these cards that heal their minions, which hasn't been relevant yet, and that gain them life. Okay, so they got... What's this guy do? Fully heals whenever an enemy minion is created. Ooh. Well, that's a very good blocker for this. Actually, I'll just put it on the Cairn Henge here, make this a 3/3. And then we can kill that guy. Our guy survives. And then we have 3 left, so I think that I like putting down this 3/1 Alpha Strike over here. Actually, I can put it here too to draw a card. In that case, I'm going to 9 versus 8. Let's see. This guy's a 5/4 too. Can't play it this turn unless I burn a card. I think I'm just going to not burn a card this turn, put this guy down here.
You trespass.
Actually, I should have put it here, because then it could cover both of these lanes, and it seems pretty tough to, because of the first strike or Alpha Strike, it seems pretty tough for them to get through there then. Oh, they could have with this. We got another Alpha Striker. Okay, so, well, I like doing this. That's pretty much free. Okay. Oh, right, we attacked into that lane, so we took a damage. I forgot about that part. Alright, so this guy's not very good here. I can't actually burn... We're at 4, so I can burn the Minotaur. Put down the wolf here. Alright, because then I'm... Oh, no, I can't do that. I only have 5. I thought I was going to have 6. Okay, well, what I can do is this. Put this guy down here. And then I'll have 2 left to silence this guy. And then I'm effectively walling both of these guys here because if this guy attacks into here, does no damage, this one attacks into there and will just die instantly. Okay, So this is a great draw, actually, because now we can Alpha Strike this guy. Oh wait, no, that doesn't actually give life. That restores health. Okay, I guess I'll just do this. It's gonna be fine. So we'll kill this guy, attack in here. We have 5 now, so I think I'm just going to play this card down here. And we're kind of low on life, so I believe... Actually, come on, instead play this guy here. And then I'm going to shift this guy here because we're low on life and I don't want to keep attacking into that desert. Although that does actually mean that this guy can kill this guy. So I'm going to leave that guy there and probably not attack this turn because... Actually, no, they can't really pressure us too much. We're at 9 still and they're out of cards. So we'll do that. And then I will, with my last mana, I could deal a damage to them because this is... If your opponent, if they have more life... Okay, so this actually would deal 2 damage to them. I think I can do this, and I'll get the life back there and then draw a card. So yeah, they can do that. Get rid of that guy. But now I can trade here, and then I'll draw a card off of that. So there's another guy on their forest. Dune Courser. Alright, okay, so regen 2. Oh, that's only if it's occupying the desert. So this one does not have the regen 2. Alright, so there's another Chloe Sunshine in our hand. What's this guy do? Okay, Einherjar Berserker. So for, I assume that means 1 mana and 2 blue crystals. I can activate this to empower it with Frenzy. So this triggers once, so this is like an adapt or something, it looks like. And that means it can attack twice per turn. Cool. Alright, so... I think I like just running this guy into this thing. Draw my card. Then I believe I want to put this here. And then I think I'm going to burn this to get this guy here. So we can power this one up as much as possible and get that hit in right now. So now they are looking very dead on board. And this guy's going to regen too, but I don't really care that much because we're in a really good spot.
Locked in.
Alright, so they're at 7, so... There we go. Alright, so what do we got? Duskwing Angel, red card for 5/4/4. Agile, which means that this can attack... Because normally you block the lane in front of you and the one to each side. This one can attack through as long as the lane across is emptied. So if it were here, it could attack even though there's a blocker here. And then life tap, lifelink, get life back. After killing a minion, fully heals, that's great. And Crimson Pact. 3 mana red, destroy a minion and lose life equal to its strength. Ooh. It seems like a very powerful piece of removal. And we got Ariel's portrait. Cool. And 50 experience. And we win.
This was not my intent. Your animal struck first.
You know, he does that. But what was your intent?
I had hoped to persuade you.
As for you, I get the feeling this search is going to be hard enough without you biting everyone.
I regret that things went wrong between us.
Yeah, I figured.
I would prove my sincerity.
Well...
No denizen of the underworld shall profane these grounds!
Ugh, seriously? This again?
Away from her, beast!
Great. Chivalry. Listen, pretty boy. Let's think carefully about who just flattened who before you start acting all protective.
Alright, so now we have Percy and Ariel versus this really cool looking thing. Oh, this is interesting. I assume this probably gives you... So this favorite card, Minotaur, so that's interesting, because if you can do this to your opponents, I assume you can, because career wins, season wins, stuff like that. I could actually give you some information about the sorts of things they like to play. Alright, so now we are red-orange, so let's take a look at these. So here's the guy that makes a desert. Parsa Divinity Cannon. 2/5 for 4, can't move. So Lurker is the thing that it can't be attacked unless there's nothing else that the creature can attack. Oh, and it deals direct damage. Okay. So here's the one that gets better if it's on a desert. None of our stuff... Oh, this one makes a desert when it dies. Okay, that's nice. 3/2 rush teleport. It seems like a very... Oh, it's a 3. I thought it was a 2, actually. I was going to say, that seems like a very... undercosted card for what it does. Okay, I haven't been super impressed with the Forlorn Spirits. I think I'm going to burn that, and I'll just run out of Minotaur right away. The Dune Cat could get us a desert later, but it seems less good this turn because we want something here, and we can't put a desert over this.
Yay,
so
treats.
Okay, so opponent gets a Lurker Agile Life Tap 2/1. I think I kind of like just killing that, actually, with direct damage. And then playing out the Dune Cat over here, maybe, so we'd have to burn one of these, but I think that's fine. So yeah, let's do that. So we'll get rid of that guy. Keep our guy, which is going to give us card draw if it stays around. And then we have one mono left, so we'll need to get a orange crystal and a mana. So I think I'm going to get rid of... Since we have no real synergies for the deserts in our hand, I'm going to get rid of this one. I'm going to put this guy over here. I could put it here in case they put another weak creature here, and then I can kill that with this guy, get the desert here, and then be able to attack in with the Minotaur again.
Yay,
yeah, so
treat.
in retrospect, that would have been a better play. Well, that's okay. As it is, I think I will just... I'm going to burn this one. I will once again kill that guy. And this guy's actually very valuable, so I'm going to put it all the way over here. Yeah, this is a mistake. It should have been. Should have put it over here, so that I could get the death trigger. Oops, I forgot to attack with it. That is not ideal.
Stay calm.
Okay, so we can't deal with that with our Minotaur on her own. How much does this do? 2 damage. And this is Parsa Clarion. 2/3 for 3. Takes 2 orange, but we've got that now. Whenever you create a zealot, including this one, give all your zealot minions +1/+0 until end of turn. Oh, hey. That's pretty great. So I think for this turn we're going to play this. We're going to put it here so that we can cover this lane some more. So we're not going to get our extra draw this turn because we're going to trade... Oh, wait. Oh, right. This only gives zealots that ability, not this one. Okay. Well, again, unfortunate, but we're getting in for a bunch of damage. Oh, are we just killing them? Yeah, we're just killing them here. Alright, so all those misplays didn't matter. Just out-tempoed them pretty hard. Oh, and there's Gemma Young. 4/4 Agile for 4 in green, and Divination 2 for the energy cost. Some really cool art in this game. Yeah. And Yahui. 2/3 for 2 in yellow. Cannot take more than 2 damage in combat. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, the third one. Thriving Shade. 3/3 stealth for 4 in purple. Get +2/+2 at the start of your turn while in stealth. I don't even know what stealth is, but I imagine it works like in Hearthstone, where a creature with stealth comes in, can't be attacked or targeted until it acts, and then it loses stealth. That would be my guess.
Instead of turning for home, Ingrid rides the storms west across the ocean. Her destination? Magpie, the corporation that purchased a country. Magpie sells God's blood only when it chooses to. But circumstances demand that she acquire more.
Take me to Zimmick.
You're not on today's list of authorized appointments.
Do I look like I care?
Alright, back with the God's Blood dealers now. It's actually hoping to get one more with the orange-red deck. I liked the... Well, for one, that 2/5 Lurker card seems really cool. But yeah, I was hoping to get another game with that and try the desert synergies some more. Not win so fast. That was a pretty quick one. It seems like the first couple of tutorials, our hands were predetermined. And then since then, we've been getting more randomized stuff. Or at least if it's not predetermined, it's not giving you like the perfect, oh, here's literally the perfect thing to do every turn if you're mathing it out. Do I have to... Oh, okay. I tried clicking through that before and it didn't do anything, so I thought that didn't do anything. But apparently it does do a thing. Okay. Wow, that's a very, like, no ones, but that's an incredibly lean curve otherwise. Do we have a thing here? Okay, same thing. Okay, so what do we have here? Paths are... Okay, so now we have a path, too. So we've pretty much got our entire identity, I guess, put together. Paths are passive abilities that provide a foundation for your deck.
Every battle reaps more souls for Valhalla.
Paths provide passive powers. Journey of Souls is just one of the many paths available in Mythgard. You choose your path when you construct your deck. Okay. You can zoom in on your path to learn how it works. The path will also display its current status or progress. Alright. So right now, for this one we have Journey of Souls. We have +3 starting life, so we have 23 as opposed to the default 20 like our opponent has. It seems like they do not have a path for this one. Gather a soul when one of your non-ephemeral minions dies. If you start your turn with 3 or more souls, return the bottom minion in your boneyard to your hand, make it ephemeral, and lose 3 souls. Pursuit, start with 2 souls. So Pursuit means that when we start second, we get that bonus. So we're just starting out with 2 to begin with, which is really cool. It's a great balancing mechanism for the first player advantage. Because, I mean, even in, like, so you have Magic the Gathering where it's just you draw an extra card at the start of your turn if you go second. Then there's Hearthstone where you mulligan with more information because you draw a starting hand of, is it 5 versus 4? Yeah, I think that's right. Or, I think it's 4 versus 3. I haven't played Hearthstone in a long time, but 4 versus 3, and then everyone draws a card for the first turn. So you get more mulliganing decisions, and then on top of that you have the coin, and it's still favored towards the player who goes first, from my recollection, by a not insignificant margin. So it is nice to see another thing like this that's really tweakable, and you can even build your deck around. Although I imagine you probably still want to go first when possible. So anyway, so the boneyard is like the graveyard or whatever, just where our dead stuff goes. So this sort of lets us bounce stuff back, or not bounce, but return stuff to our hand after it's died. What do they have here? 2/2 piercing for 1. Wow, that's super aggro. Because we've been seeing like vanilla 2/1s for 1. I mean, that's a really bad card, granted, but... Alright, so our opponent, it looks like they are going to be tempoing us here, so how do we want to play this out? So we've just got some 3/3s for 2. That's not bad if you want to like staunch the bleeding. This will be a great tempo play later. This is a very good control card for us. I think that of these, I want to get rid of a 3 or 2 even. So I'm going to start by getting rid of this one because we have another one of them. And then, yeah, we don't have anything in particular we can do right now. Let's organize our hand by mana cost here. I almost said CMC, but there is no converting in the mana cost in this game because it's just a number, and not a number of gems. Okay, so what do they put here? Laser Grid. Enemy minions attacking this and the 2 adjacent lanes must first take 1 damage. Okay, there's our 1-drop. Unfortunate to get that now. But, I think this one is better than this one for our current situation, so I'm going to just drop this. The laser grid... Yeah, it does affect these 2 lanes as well. I think I'm going to drop this one here so that I can do maximum coverage by going like here, here, and here, so like 2, 3, 5. Just to try to slow them down, because they were on the play and their cards look like they're more aggressive than ours. Where's that card they burned? Adjacent minions have +1/+1, 2, 3 for 3. Ooh, 1/7 defender life tap immovable. So this is going to effectively work this guy down to nothing. This turn, however, we can... I think I'm going to burn our 2/1. Put this down so that... Yeah, this looks good. Wait, what other... It's defender life... Oh, this is defender, so it can't attack. So we can just ignore this guy, pretty much. So yeah, let's put you over here, because you're not super aggro, and we just want to get away from that guy. Then we can put something more aggressive over here, maybe. So now you're a 4/4. Oh, right, shoot, this guy has... Right, defender means both that it can't attack, and we need to attack them before we can attack anything else. So I guess we'll start doing this. Could have been better to actually move here and then try to attack this guy, instead of trying to burn this one down, but... Alright, well they just did it for us, so that's cool. 4/2 defender alpha strike. Ooh boy, okay, so we're going to need to ice spike this guy, because that's going to be really hard to attack into, because we'll take 1 damage for the attack, and then... Ooh, that was a really good draw. We can't play both of these, though. Ah, shoot. Alright. Well, I think we definitely want to ice spike this, because that's going to be super tough to get into, and doesn't have... I mean, I guess we could just... Both these guys have a defender. We might just want to, like, leave this spot alone and start attacking in on the sides. And we could, like, give this guy... Or gal... Oh, it says 1 of 4 down there. That's nice in the bottom right corner. Give her a buff and some regen. I think it's actually pretty good. And then have a backup. Have a backup plan. Alright, so let's burn another one of these. Valkyrie Tufts. We'll kill you. So both these guys have defenders, so we can attack either one. So blue seems like it's to make a generalization that... Oh man, come on. To make a generalization that I cannot support. It seems like blue is kind of a tempo. Basically, at least this style of blue deck. It seems like it's pretty tempo-oriented. Alright, I'm going to get in here. I think I'm just going to run into this guy. Because you're at 4 of 6, go to 3 of 6, and then go up to 5. And mostly kill this guy. Oh, that's right. She goes down by 1 more because of the defense, whatever. Laser grid. And then I've got 2, so I'm going to put this here. And then I think I'll Ice Spike this. Opponent's almost out of cards at this point, so... I don't know why that made a motorcycle sound effect. Okay, what about this card indicates motorcycles? I don't know. Another laser... Okay, so... I imagine this will double act... Like, both of these will activate when I attack now. We'll, yeah, it's saying -3. Now, that's very nice that it accounts for all of that. So here's our scout again. She already burned, so we cannot burn her again. I think I'm just going to start moving this gal over here. Because, like, attacking into this spot is just, just so punishing at this point. And I would rather ignore it. Because that guy's defender, so it's not going to... And if needed, I can, like, bounce something with one of these. So, just going to do that. I will attack in with this and this. I don't want to play this over here, because it'll die if it attacks... Well, I guess it can attack into this spot, right? Yeah, so... I'll just drop this here.
All right ahead.
And then I think we're just going to sit on the rest of our mana here. I don't think I want to burn any of these. Your opponent has nothing. Does that mean they're dead? I believe it means they're dead. Alright, so let's see if I do this. Yeah, okay, so it looks like I can attack it. Yeah. So if I played something here, I could attack that spot without taking damage. Good to know. Alright, this one, we have to do this so that we get rid of the defender. We could also do this to bounce it, but then we can do that. Or we could just attack with these two. Lots of options. As they seem to say a lot in esports all of a sudden, an embarrassment of riches. Gained a level, unlocked rank mode. Cool. Here's 200 coins. Vicious cycle. I was hoping it was going to be a motorcycle pun. 3 in yellow. Death spell. Destroy a minion and its controller draws a card. Life that ends is the beginning of a life that ends. Okay, so this doesn't seem as good, I think, as the red one we just got, but also nice to have just universal removal like that. Parsa Immortal, 4/4 for 4 orange. Fully heals at the end of your turn. Okay, I think we saw this one before. 10,000 soldiers wrapped in divine power. The military power is prodigious, of course, but they are even more effective as a symbol of Parsa's political resolve. Oh, that's interesting. So it's like... I don't really know what Parsa is, but, well, I imagine it's Persian-themed, hence the Parsa. Like, Parsi means, like, the Persian language, so... But yeah, so that seems like an interesting... interesting faction. Alright, let's see what we got next.
Zimic, Magpie founder and CEO.
I can move a lot more product. I can move as much as you can give me.
Chimulus, special assistant to the CEO.
We're focusing on other matters at this time. Once your current contract has run its course, a representative will renegotiate your deal. Striking me ends all arrangements with the Magpie Corporation. However, our security forces would like to test the Hulken modifications fresh from R&D.
so we got Journey of Souls again. Opponent apparently still has no no path. Ooh, Brainstorm. Draw 2 cards. That's not what Brainstorm does, but it's in the right color and the art is kind of similar, so give it a pass. Alright, so we got the Grease Monkey here. Right, restores. Can activate to restore 3 health to a minion. 1/2 with Lurker. It's like a good turn in one play. Oh, I haven't seen this one before. 1/2 rush, and adjacent minions have rush. Ooh, so it doesn't do much on its own, but really can really put in a lot of extra damage from giving haste. Okay, well, let's... I think that, again, this is probably our weakest card right now. Especially because we have multiple options on 3. So let's burn you. We'll get the Grease Monkey down. I can kind of like go in here, actually, because of the... Yeah, because of the Lurker. Let's go there.
Need a wrench?
Alright, so what happened there? Another one of the commandos. Okay, so we have an enchantment there to give our guys a buff. It's nice that we have this so that we can burn something. I think I kind of like burning the Brainstorm, honestly. Because we've got a really good hand right now, I feel like, in terms of just how I imagine we're matching up against them, so I don't think we need the card draw. And because they're putting the pressure on us, I don't think we want to take off the time to get the card draw. So, we're gonna slap this here. That means that we're blocking all of these lanes presently, and... Oh, sorry, can't do that. Can do this. And they can't block both of these with one creature, so that's pretty good too. And then if this one takes damage here and doesn't die, we can restore 3 health to it with the Grease Monkey. Oh, well, so much for that. We have no way of... Ooh. Well, that one will be good next turn, so I think we're going to set on what we have right now. I think I might play this Speedway here, honestly. Although it's more mana efficient to play down the sidecar. And I think I'll play the sidecar here. And then... probably burn the Enforcer, I think. Actually, I should have put this here because of the adjacent minion thing. It'd only have one adjacent minion either way, but now if this one dies and it were here, we would have 2 adjacent spots to it.
Fall out.
Okay, so what do you have? Ooh. Okay. Now I kind of wish that we had that bounce card. But as it is, we can just try to out-tempo them, although we're out of guys here, which is an issue. Well, let's put this here to get extra damage in. I haven't seen anything in our deck that takes 5 so far. So I'm not going to burn anything, because whatever we want to do... I guess we draw a 3. Give a friendly minion center. Oh, that was their burn card. Maybe it wasn't. Oh, this was the burn card. Okay. Another one of those laser things. Here we go. That's pretty good. So we'll hit them for a bunch. I'm now to 7. I think I'm honestly just passing here. So my plan for next turn is to either Ice Spike something if we need to, or just Thunderclap, clean up the board a bit, deal 2 damage to them, and then they die to the damage.
Stay calm, citizen.
Okay. Armor 2, Piercing 2, and Piercing and Slayer 2. Okay, so... Okay, so deals 2 extra damage to minions, takes 2 less damage. That's pretty good, and then the armor piercing. Okay, so we will just burn this card. Oh, this is one we've already burned. Is it? No, it's not. You burn one of those cards, but not that specific one. Alright, so we'll play this out. There we go. Ah, there's a laser grid. Ooh, Cloudscale Dragon. 2/5 for 3. Isn't there a card called Cloudscale Drake in Magic? I mean, I guess there's so many word salad cards in Magic, they've probably taken all of them at this point. But 2/5 Agile. And Back Alley Ronin. 4/4 for 4 in purple. Is created with 2 more strength and 1 more health if you dealt damage to enemy players this turn. That seems really good. An aggressive purple deck. Of course, I have no idea what's on rate or under rate or whatever in this game, but...
Any other toys you need broken?
Not at this time. Regarding your earlier inquiry, Magpie satellites have detected a previously unrecorded divine presence.
And?
I have authorization to offer you the following. If you bring this presence to us intact, our other arrangements would see significant improvement.
Why push it on me? Why not send a fleet of your toys?
The divine presence approached and interacted with the remnants at Delphi. It is now headed to Vedma territory. Any significant Magpie presence in Vedma airspace would be premature.
I like how her dress just turned bright yellow for some reason.
I've seen better temples.
No denizen of the...
Odin owns you all!
Alright, I probably enjoyed that more than I should have. Alright, take 3. Even more Unworthy Eyes to couch out. Junkyard Valhalla. If unoccupied at the start of your turn and you do not control a dredge, return the bottom minion of your boneyard to this lane. It is now a dredge and gets ephemeral. I assume that there might be other cards that are dredge, but I assume that that's the thing that just tracks, like, this card can't be, that can't be done. Well, I guess, it gets ephemeral, so it would go away anyways. Oh, right, no, okay. Okay, I got it. Alright, so what do you want to do here? So I don't want to play things here. I've got a ton of 1s and a 2 and a couple 3s, so I'm going to burn one of the 1s. I think I'm going to put this one out now because it seems higher value overall. I'm just going to stick it over here.
Need a wrench?
Alright, they burn silence. And that is all. Okay, Forked Lightning. Oh, right, we've seen this one before. 1 to the target and then 2 to adjacent lanes, as opposed to I usually think of that as being in the opposite arrangement. And with our curve 2, I don't see us playing this 1 for a while, because we've got... Well, I guess we could play it along with another 3. So we maybe want to burn this one, play this 2. We don't have a whole lot of Valkyries right now, so maybe I will do that. burn this, get in for one, put this over... I'm actually going to put this here. Because if they put something here, we're going to want to be able to deal with it. Mothmara.
Yay! Treats!
Okay, good. So that paid off, because this will be a good... This will line up well. Do I just want to burn this one here? Seems like its value is rapidly diminishing. So yeah, let's do this. You'll gain some life. We'll use you to heal. And we'll put you down. I'm going to put this here too, actually. Actually, because this is a lord. Yeah. So I'm going to put it in a slightly safer spot, hopefully. Where there's fewer places it can be attacked from. So we can play that before we did this or this, but it didn't matter, because we just activated this ability in this one. We didn't need the extra damage. It doesn't have Overrun, aka Trample. Oh, there's Peter Mortwalker again. Alright. How does energy work again? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe the one energy at the top means it's a maximum of one energy? No, that can't be right, because the second thing... Oh, we'll figure out at some point. Alright, so let's hit you. Now, what do we draw? Rider of Edda. 4/5 Overrun. Whenever you create a Valkyrie, add a 2/3 Einherjar Thane to your hand. Well, that's pretty cool. 2/3 for 2. Ephemeral fully heals whenever an enemy minion dies. Alright, well, I like killing you. We can't attack anyways. Let's get rid of that. Do this. Do this. I think I'm getting rid of this bouncer here. Well, I might want that so that we can trigger this. Let's do that. I'll get rid of the Forked Lightning. I don't think we need the direct damage here right now because we got a really good board presence. We'll play out you there. And then if we want to bounce something with our Enforcer, we'll get a 2/3 in our hand, which is cool. There's Peter again. They burn 2/5, use draw a card, and pick one to put back and shuffle your hand. That's a good ability. Alright, so they're at 16. Can we win here? If we bounce 8, 9, 11, 12, 13 now. They'll survive with 3 life or something like that. So for now, I'll just do this. I'll do this. Oh, I meant to cast that, not burn it. I don't think it's going to matter a whole lot. Pretty good position here. And I guess I'll put this out now that I have the extra, and then that will get us this. Oh, we have this left, so take that. I think I probably forgot that a bunch of times in the past couple games.
Do you?
Oh, there's that thing again. Oh god, that is creepy art. Mistwalker's Gate. Occupying minion has teleport and gets a free move action. Alright, I don't think that's going to save you. Let's just do this for fun.
Hit the road.
So can I play this out and, like, overwrite something? Looks like no, all I can do is burn it. Interesting. Well. No import. Shall not profit. Get coins. Ooh, we got one of these things again, which I don't remember what they are, but they contribute to something cool that you unlock. Misanthropia. Ooh, I've seen this played on a stream once. So, 5 energy, 3 yellow gems. Death spell. Give all minions Blight 3. So Blight, if I recall correctly, works kind of like if you played Slay the Spire. It's like poison, where at the beginning of your turn, everything with Blight takes that much Blight damage, and then their Blight goes down by 1. So everything would take 3, and then it would take 2, and then it would take 1, and then it would go. So very powerful board wipe, effectively. Seal of Exile. Zealot spell. Orange for 4. Banish an enemy minion and all copies of it from its owner's lanes, hand, deck, or boneyard. Oh, okay. So we've got our 4 mana Legion's End here. Ooh, and then we lose 1 max mana and 1 gem, and I really like that. The playing things that like eat away at your resources, especially when it comes to gems, because I think that's just a really cool way of building decisions into your deck making and card playing. That these are resources that not only you accrue, but then you also sometimes have to expend, which is great. Learn to rewrite the laws that govern existence and heed the difference between a contract and a covenant. Yeah, it seems very powerful. Oh, and we unlocked a power, Impel. 2 mana. Once per turn, give a friendly minion a free move action. In life as in combat, and all things vital, keep moving. I like that a lot, because we've seen how important the spatial element of this game is. And just being able to get something out of range of a powerful attacker, or get it around a block or something like that is very good.
You're gonna tell me who else has been here. And if I don't get something I can sell...
Alright, this is one of the problems with oracles. The instructions seemed clear, but now we're here, and there's no sign of a dead girl, no sign of an invisible city, and definitely no sign of my mom.
I can sense a great deal of faith. The city must lie there, but I do not know how it might be revealed.
Those trucks...
You know, I think I figured out how to find the city.
Those are Volkov trucks. The Volkov and the Vedma witches they serve have immense resources. Best tread lightly when they are near.
Tread lightly?
Yes, goddess. Or even better, keep your distance entirely.
Alright, new plan. Follow these trucks through the magical doorway.
Goddess, the Vedma...
Ved blah blah blah. Don't worry, handsome. We'll tread lightly. I stop for a moment. I'm not saying it's right, but I can feel the conflict coming towards us. New souls will crowd the gates of the underworld before this day is through. And you know what? I love it. Now! Go!
This is treading lightly.
I wasn't expecting an army. Do you think they know I'm a queen?
Bulk operator. Alright. Opponent seems still not to have a path. Did we get our new thing, or are we still using the same one? Nope, we're still using the same deal 2 damage or deal 1 damage.
Deployed!
Ah, so this guy is not a... Oh, it is a dog. Okay, so Pack Trooper must be a werewolf, I guess? So that's a 1/2 that gets buffed, depending on adjacencies. So we don't want to burn this, because that won't play any of our cards right now. I'm going to burn this Forlorn Spirit again. I have not been impressed with this card. I mean, I haven't been impressed with Minotaur either, but I can play the Minotaur this turn, which I cannot save the Forlorn Spirit. Yep, just going to go here. Throw this down here. I mean, well, actually, you know, I'm just going to ignite this guy. Because if they have a Canine Soldier they can put there, then this guy will be a 3/2, or a 2/3 rather, and then it'll just eat our Minotaur. And I would not like to have that happen, so I will do the maybe Like, maybe not the best, but definitely not the worst play.
Enemy sighted.
Yep, and there's a Canine Soldier, so that worked out. Life tap and breach and power with +2/+1. That's when they burned earlier. So now that one would be a good place to throw our Minotaur. Ooh, or I could burn this. I think I like that. I think I like burning this. Putting out you here. Actually, they seem like they're on the offensive, so I'm going to put it here to get better blocking coverage. And then hopefully we can wall this guy and then kill it next turn, and then if they play a thing, our guy will heal back up.
Taking point.
Oh. Okay. Thought they made a better trade there. Okay, so +1/+1 for each adjacent cannon minion. Adjacent minions have +1/+0 and overrun. I kind of like burning the Minotaur. I mean, we can silence this guy and then attack it down to 1. Probably isn't the worst, honestly. Because then if they don't play anyone, then we can just kill this guy. If they do play someone, then this guy will heal back up to 2/3. Okay, we haven't used silence yet. Let's do, or amnesia. Let's do that. Oh, I guess we used it a couple games ago, didn't we? So never mind. But anyway, let's do that. And then I think I'll burn this Minotaur because, again, it's not seem like the best card. We could burn one of these and play the Minotaur, but I don't think that's my best play right now. Okay, so let's move that guy.
Deploy!
This 4/3 agile overrun regen 1. Ooh. And then getting a bonus from 3 to 4 power from this guy. And that got this guy out of kill range for us. That was a very good turn for them. So we can't actually block this guy here. And it will regen up. I think I'm going to put this here. That was a very good turn for them. So I can burn one of these to play this, which I don't think is the worst, getting a 2/1 and a 1/1 in our hand. Burn this guy, maybe. And we can play this by burning a red card because we already have the 1 orange. We just need the mana, so I think I'll put you over here. Actually, maybe I'll put it here so I don't have any really good trades in terms of this stuff. I gotta remember that we have this too, so. Whenever one of our minions dies, we get a soul. So, next thing that dies will get back into our hand, I believe.
Another battle.
Okay, so I think it's bigger after taking damage. Okay, so we go to 14. We should get back that guy. Okay, so this is a very good trade for us because we will trade there. We will depower this guy, then we'll stop this guy from being able to power itself up. Now you've got an empty magazine and a pissed off werewolf. I like the sense of humor in this game. Alright, so I'm gonna trade here. See what we draw. I like playing this guy out here just to, like, absorb the damage? I don't think so. I think I like playing you here. Then we have 3. I can burn
I have a mission.
this guy. Yeah, I think I like burning that one. Playing this out here. I guess I'm okay with them attacking... No, I'd rather do this. I didn't notice that its eye glows red when you put it down. Oh no! They led us astray, and now their guy is bigger. Oh, okay. Well, we can just kill that guy, so that's nice. Let's put this here, because if they attack... If they attack this guy into this guy, then we can activate this next turn. And we can kill this guy right now. I think it's the first time we've damaged that in this game. But we're in a good position now. We have several cards in hand. They do not. And our board position is pretty well set up here. Unless they can, like, heal this guy or make it bigger, then we're in a really bad spot. Life tap and breach to empower. That's quite good. But we can shut it down here. So this guy, we should be able to do this. That hits all 3 opposing lanes. That's very good. Okay, so now we have 5. 1-2 life tap stuff. So we're just going to put this guy here for maximum coverage. We'll attack in here. I think we'll put this guy... It's interesting too in this game that kind of like how in decks with higher curves in Magic, you want to put in more lands, and then you end up drawing a little bit more air, as they say. In this game, there's a similar thing where the lower your curve is, the fewer cards you will end up burning, so effectively you're, again, like drawing less air and more action. Alright, so you can get Lurker by spending gems. Or can get Agile and Rush, rather. So that was really good. That was really cool, because both of those abilities let them... Like, those were both very relevant there. Oh, this guy has Rush. I totally forgot to attack with him last turn. Well, I'll attack with 1 this turn. Too bad that I can't kill this guy here. With this, I mean. If we had the thing that gave us the free move action, we would definitely do that. But as it is, we're just going to trade out here. We can't leave that guy on the board. We could have silenced first, but I don't know that that's worthwhile. So we'll do this, and now we'll play... I think we'll play this guy here. And remember to attack this time. There we go, and then we'll hit this. I wasn't paying attention to their life total. If I would have brought them below our life total and then hit this, I would have dealt 1 less damage to them. What's this? Oh, that's showing us how many souls we have. Okay. So the next guy that dies, we'll get back. Oh, we just hit that, so we got this one back right now. Okay. So it's actually not bad here. We can't do anything great here, so I guess we're just going to trade these 2 guys out and get in for 5. And then build up our board presence a little bit. Put this one here, because now we're on the offensive. Oh, we cannot, however, play this turn because we only burned 1 orange card so far. I'm going to put this one out here, because they put someone down here to try to deal with this one. This thing can soften it up before this one attacks into it.
Approaching target.
Oh, it's another one of those guys, man. It might actually just kill us from all this hasty agile damage. bright side. Okay, we can just kill him, right? Yep. Blame on 4. You don't even have to do that, but we will. There we go. Get gold. Get Sugar Plum Fury. So there's the 2-1 Lurker Agile Life Tap for 2 in green. And a Marticore. It's like a Manticore, I guess, but named Marty. 4/4 for 5 in orange. Awaken, deal 2 to another minion. And Demise, if occupying a desert enchantment, deal 3 to anyone. Ooh. So this is like as literal Flame Tongue Kavu as you can get. I love it. I love those things. Mission available. Complete chapter 1. Oh, okay. So you completed chapter 1 of the story. Cool. So I guess that there's more than one chapter, which is great, because I was feeling like when we couldn't have much more, when are these characters going to meet? What was any of this building up to? What does this do? Oh, it shows the game state. Okay. Well, so we just completed chapter 1. We've been going for a little over an hour. I think I'll leave it there, because it would feel better to me to pick up with chapter 1 next time, rather than right. No, okay. So we didn't complete chapter 1. Right? I guess so. It showed us that. I guess it showed us that, but didn't actually give us the achievement because it didn't go up to 1 of 1. It was at 0 of 1. Okay, so never mind. Let's keep going. Let's see what happens.
Elsewhere within the invisible city, the reason for the Volkov attack is made clear.
We didn't do anything! Why are you chasing us?
You know that magic of any kind must be reported to the Vedma. Attempting to elude us once we had detected your girlfriend was pointless. Because of you two, I had to ruin a perfectly nice neighborhood. But now we must speak of consequences.
Wait. No.
There we go. That outfit doesn't remind me of anything. Oh, so it's Ariel and Fen this time. Okay. So we've got blue and orange. Opponent is on green. Oh, that's a cool effect. Okay. Phonic Informant. 1/2 for 1. Awaken. Reveal your opponent's hand until end of turn. Oh. That's interesting. Alright, we probably want to play our 1-drop, so let's burn one of these guys. I think we have mostly minions, so this seems like a pretty good card. Sacrifice at end of turn unless it attacked with just crit. Okay, so has to attack every turn or is sacrificed. I like this art a lot. I wonder who did that. It's very nice looking. Okay, what do we want to get rid of here? Green has been pretty beat down, so I think that I like going with the less aggro, more control-y ones. So, let's get rid of this. Put this guy out here.
Reporting.
Get our extra guy into hand. It's pretty neat. It's a pretty neat card. I like that one. Does our opponent have a thing? They do not. They do have 22 starting life.
Enemy sighted.
Okay, so there's this guy again. So having our... Can I burn this, I wonder? Seems that I cannot burn ephemeral cards. Okay. I guess it has the gray outline, which is what signifies it can't be burned. We can probably burn one of our ice spikes to get some blue in the tank here. Because I don't think I'm playing... Oh, actually, this is a 2-3. Okay. So in that case, yeah, let's... How many zealots do we have? We don't have... It doesn't seem like we have a whole lot of zealots in here. So I think... I can get rid of this one. And then we'll put out you here. Should put it here again for maximum coverage.
Hey there.
Alright, nice. So now we have a Canine Rebel. Sweet. Is there a... Did the Mercadian Masks block Rebels? Is there a dog Rebel out of that? I feel like I'm remembering that, but I think I'm getting Isamaru confused with that somehow. That does not seem like an advisable attack.
Approaching target.
Okay, well there's that guy again. I'm really impressed with this card. This is like a workhorse. We get our eager recruit back because one of our guys died. So I think I like putting this down here. And then I can burn anything, which I think will be one of these ice spikes, we have so many of them. And then we can put down a Sons of the Pack, which I'll put here so that I can get one thing on either side. And I'll go in with you. So Agile does not mean, I believe, that... Oh no, it does mean that. Shoot. I thought it meant they could only attack straight if there was a guy on the side, but no, they can attack any of these three. Should have read more closely. It's alright. Alright, well, we're oh no, you have Lurker. Is there any way of dealing with this guy this turn? Oh, we can kill you with this. Okay, there we go. Let's do that. Then we have... Let's see. We have 1 mana. We can get up to 2. I think getting up to 2 mana here is pretty good. This is a very good card for us. So we don't want to burn that one. Boy, what do we burn here? It's like, this seems like the worst card that we can burn for us, but it's the card that we want to play this turn. So this seems very good against them. This seems very good against them. The spot removal is very good. I think maybe we should get rid of this because it's so fragile that it's kind of hard to rely on it sticking around. So, okay, let's try that. And then I guess we'll just turn both of these guys into this one because we don't really have a great choice. Yeah, we want to get this guy off the table right now. And these guys have both done their jobs getting us extra cards. Alright, so then... play this guy probably here for, again, just get the coverage down. Oh, I didn't attack with this guy. The hovering is a nice graphical detail there for letting you know that you can use a card, but I really like the outline that Arena has, where it has that like gold, like fuzzy golden outline. Alright, so let's remember to attack this time. Actually, I should have played this first because that would have given this guy +1/+1, wouldn't it? But there's a question too of do I want to play that or do I want to play this? Because I think I'm actually going to play this guy here. Or actually I'm going to play it here. I don't think I'm burning anything here. So this basically locks down this half of the board, just having this guy here, because they don't have many creatures with much, I don't know if it's called toughness in this, but you know, toughness. Oh, and we get back... Do we get back a thing? No. Alright, so... Oh, they just, they led astray that thing. They shuffled back in our guy. Okay. That's a shame. But we'll kill this guy. Now we'll put this one here. Make this guy bigger. Bam. Get him for 3. Again, I don't think we're burning anything here. If you want to, next turn we could, like, burn this, play out 2 of these, or we can play this. Okay, yeah, so we're just gonna do this. I think we're just gonna put this here to make that guy as big as possible. And then I think I will actually burn this card here. Just get out.
Reporting.
This guy can't attack, right? Oh, it can move because of the extra move action, right? Alright, so I burn that there just so that I can get down this guy, have another one of these in hand. And they're at 8, so they have to deal a lot of blocking here now, which they do not find. Here's the guy we burned earlier. Yeah, we'll just do that, I guess. There we go. Easy peasy. Avenging Alpha, 4/4 for 4 in green, is created with 2 more strength and health if one of your opponent's minions died during your opponent's last turn. Or if one of your minions died during your opponent's last turn. Okay, that's right, I've seen this one before. Quicksand Hourglass, 2 in orange, stacking. Awaken, choose one of your lanes without notifying opponents. When an enemy minion attacks that lane, it must first take 4 damage and sacrifice this artifact. I don't know what stacking means. I mean, I guess it would mean that you can have multiples of them or something. I think that's the first artifact that we've opened. Balance, purple. Draw a card for every minion your opponent controls. Ooh. A nice thing about cards like this is that if you draw this and your opponent doesn't have any creatures out, or is playing a very creature-like deck, you can always burn it. And that's the cool thing about the resource system in this game. So I think it actually kind of reminds me of Netrunner in that because of the action economy in Netrunner and because of burning in this game, you don't have to worry about running more narrow cards because you can either draw through them or leverage them in some way, which I think is really great in games like this.
Who could do this to their own people?
Vedma witches. The Volkov are bad enough, but they're just the foot soldiers. Dogs kept on the leash of the Vedma witch brigades.
They do this to all their cities?
How do you really feel about it?
Vedma law says that any magic done within their borders belongs to them. And they mean that whoever wields the magic belongs to them, not just the magic. It's a law they seem to enjoy enforcing.
Who was that girl? What did the soldiers want with her?
Her name is Eva. She wasn't even doing anything.
Hold there. We don't want any trouble. The boy and I were just leaving.
Your magic is apparent to us. State your pantheon and show us your papers. Failure to cooperate will result in a binding ritual.
Don't think we have any papers. And I've spent enough time bound to another's will.
Percy and Sasha. Who's Sasha? I must have missed something. Okay. So, what do we have here? Synapse Overclock, Hacker Spell. Convenient +2/+0, and Alpha Strike until end of turn. And Wendish Giant, 5/5 for 4. Okay, what do we want to get rid of here? I think I got rid of this Calliope Muse. Do we have a thing here? Okay, Journey of Souls still. I assume this is the damage one. Yep. Focus your ire into a bolt of pure enmity. Oh, there's the look at hand guy. Still have no 2-mana action here, which is a shame. What are our worst cards right now? I really have no idea. I guess I'll just burn one of these. Oh, I should use this. Right. What else? 2 damage. So I'll probably just be putting this guy down next turn, trading, drawing the card. Okay, there's a better line. Unfortunately, that uses our mana really inefficiently, but I'd rather put this one down. I think I'll do that. And I like this card quite a bit for control. And I'm gonna have to burn 2 things to play either of these. I'm gonna burn this one right here. So this is very mana inefficient, but it does let us do this. And then hopefully we can trade with something better with this guy. I don't feel like we really need the card draw right now because we have good 4-drop, good 4-drop, good 4-drop. Or good 3-drop, 4-drop, 4-drop. Not great or anything, but...
There are always consequences.
Bella Witch Queen. 2/4 for 3. For 5 energy, can gain Lurker. And, activate to gain 2 energy, and your spells cost 1 less mana to cast until end of turn. Ooh. 1 and activate, stun another minion until the end of its next turn. This is a lot of text. 9 energy and activate. You are branded with whenever you play a card, draw a card, and -1 whenever your opponent casts a spell. Oh, wow. This is a very interesting card for a 3-drop. That's one of the coolest design cards I think I've seen in a long, long time. Oh, the 5 energy is what it starts with. Okay, so this one doesn't gain energy except by activating, and then loses energy when we play cards. So, yeah, I think we're just gonna put this down. Actually, this is a 4/5, isn't it? Yeah. So, I think I'm burning this here. And then that gives us enough to play this here. And I'm gonna put it here, so that if they move her to either side, we can still attack it. Yep. Okay, so you can move and activate, it looks like.
Taking point. Deploy.
That was pretty cool. Alright, so we can not kill her now. Oh, she has Lurker. Oh, boy. Okay, so we're going to want to get rid of her for sure. So I'm going to... Can I do this? Is it showing that I can't do this? No, okay. So we're going to take off her Lurker and kill her. Ew, cannot be damaged or destroyed outside of combat. That's pretty cool. I think we're getting rid of it right now, though, because I want to get this... Oh, this takes double red. Shoot. So I can't do that. So I can't play anything. So I guess I'll do this. Take that. Yeah, I already used one of my 2 from using the Amnesia.
Taking point.
The opponent's got a really good beatdown here. Alright, so we can go up to 6 and then play these 2. But I think we're better off just putting this here. If they have another guy they can put here, then they're in a very good spot. I love that red eye glowing. Oh, man. Oh, they're really putting us behind on tempo here.
Beginning analysis.
I think she just looked at our hand. Is that what happened? Nope. Okay. Okay. Lurker and Overrun. Gets an energy when you cast a spell, and can Divination 4. Alright, so we took a boatload of damage there. 16. I think... So this is a 4, this is a 3. Okay, so this guy stacks up very poorly right now. So I think we're just playing out this. And then we have 2. Which is not very helpful for... Or we have 1, which is not very helpful for us. We can go up to 2. I think I'm holding everything that we have right now, because next turn we can burn this to play both of these guys. Or we can play this and this or something like that. Okay, so apparently they don't have anything really great right now, because they're just running... They're suiciding their creatures into our one guy. Including this...
Approaching target.
So, yeah, definitely should have activated this before they threw their creature away. Well, there's this thing again. We can direct damage it, so good thing we did not burn our Ignition. Although burning Ignition does sound pretty thematically appropriate. Okay, so we're going to Ignition you. And then we will put... Oh, we need another red. Okay, we'll burn our Minotaur. Then we'll put you here. Oh, yes. And then we have 2 left, so we will... Kaboom! Alright, I think we have stabilized at this point. Had some questionable plays, but, I mean, they could just get a bunch of Sky Rangers and beat the crap out of us. Looks like that's not what is happening right now. Okay, so we're going to... Get rid of this guy. Draka. Helpless Necromantic. That, I'm liking the wordplay. 2/3 Demise is replaced by the bottom minion of your Boneyard. Give that minion Ephemeral. Ooh, what's the bottom of our Boneyard right now? So we'd get a Wendish Giant when this guy dies. That's pretty cool. Yeah, let's put down... I'm going to put this one here because we've seen some 4 toughness creatures from them.
Pick a card.
So I'd like to have this guy to deal with any of them. Okay, so we got the Wendish Giant, the Chloe Sunshine, and Pit Fiend 4 to awaken, banish the top 4 cards of your opponent's boneyard. I don't think that'll be relevant at all here. So yeah, it'll be this one. Shuffle the other 2 away. How many cards do we have left in here? Okay, we got plenty. Our deck is much bigger than the 12 card deck we started out with. And I believe I will put this guy here. That leaves a little bit uncovered. Or you could put it here to cover all these lanes, which probably would be better, actually. I was thinking if they wanted to play someone adjacent to this guy, then we have 2 guys here that can deal with this lane. But as it is, that's fine. Let's do this. You just have it come into play, right? That's all you do, yeah. I think we do want to get something in front of this guy, because even though we're pretty stable here, I really don't want to die to chip damage. Ooh, another Wendish Giant. Sweet. Okay, so we do this, and this, and now we're covering every lane except for here, so I'm going to put this guy here so that it can deal with anything that would put in this spot. Okay, Occupying Minion has +1, +0, and armor 1. I haven't seen many cards with armor played out here. Oh, here's you. Agile and Activate Divination 2. We cannot quite win this turn. We can only take them to 1. But, oh no, there we go. Yeah, this, I'm really liking the, I didn't realize that my face is over my life total. I put it down there because it seemed like that was a better spot. I apologize for that. Jeez. Let's move over here. Alright, that's my new... Wait, no. That's a bad spot, because then the watermark's always in front of my face. And we can't move where the watermark is, apparently, which is really obnoxious. Okay, anyway, what's going on? Sovereign Architect. 2/6. 5. Lurker. 3 mana, create a 2/2 imp with Agile on one of your unoccupied lanes. A Witch. Quantum Ontology is the study of mechanics that divide our reality from others, and as you can see, research has been progressing nicely. We're going to Led Astray, which we've seen in a couple of games and has been quite good. Temptation 4 in orange. Cerebral Spell. Take control of an enemy minion with mana cost 5 or less that is opposite an unoccupied lane and give it rush until the end of turn, then return it to its owner's hand with its mana cost reduced by 4 permanently. Okay, wait. Okay, so we get their guy. So it's like it's a threaten effect. That is across from an unoccupied lane. And then we attack them with it, bounce it to their hand, and its mana cost is reduced. So, okay, so taking it off the board just means they can't attack with it effectively. Daily missions unlocked. Sweet. That sounds good. And we win.
The Sky Rangers! They'll be here soon! They will hunt us, Goddess. They will see your power as theirs now.
Way too many people are way too into that. We need the girl to find my mom, so our road leads to her. Simple as that.
To be continued. Cool. Back to the main menu. Alright, so it looks like there's only one chapter right now. Again, this is a beta, so I imagine there will be more by release. And then we have, you know... Okay, so let's go on what we unlocked there. This reversed, like, scroll down to go left and scroll up to go right. Oh, you know, I bet it's because this is they have this on mobile, so sometimes that reverses scrolling. I don't know. I won't speculate, but it is bugging me. Okay, so So yeah, that's just the tutorial, right? Okay. So what were the daily missions we just unlocked? Puzzle, casual... Oh, right. Missions are like your daily quests, I believe, right? Yes, okay. Oh, so here's the thing we're getting. It's for unlocking the weekly chest. Missions refresh in 7 hours 43 minutes. Okay, so earn bonus coins for playing each day. Universal PvP only and starter. I don't know what that would be. Yeah, so this is different things giving you different amounts of coins. I want to see what you can earn PvP. Each account is given a one-time non-replenishing bonus of 10,800. Interesting number. You can only draw from this bonus if the daily pools are already empty. Okay. So then we've got win random cards for winning games. So you have complete chapter 1 of the story, which I believe we just did. I'm not sure why this isn't showing up. Okay, this one is scrolling to the right for scrolling down. Okay, so it's just that one screen scrolls backwards. We get some for buying a pack, for killing enemy minions, for dealing damage to opponents, and for winning matches. These ones we can re-roll, it looks like. Let's just see if we click this. Okay, yeah. It's the standard 1 re-roll per day, it looks like. Okay. I wonder why this complete chapter 1... Because that is what we just did, right? Like, I'm not making that up. Where's... Where did our... oh, here we go. It's probably underplay. Yeah, that is chapter 1, so I'm not sure... I'm not sure why that's not coming up for us. But at any rate, so then we have faction quests. Select your Norden minion. 25 of your Norden minions die in combat. Okay, so these are all pretty pretty thematic to the different factions, it looks like, so that's cool. I don't know. Oh, I guess you just got the... oh, that's cool. Wait, claim level reward. Okay. Is that linked to the faction we just chose? Probably not, because it's a level reward, not a faction thing. Oh, okay. So... wow. Fair number of levels. I can't grab this scroll bar, which is going to bug me. But this scrolls down really quickly. How many do we have? 99. Adding to about 1.2 million experience. And what are we getting for these? Core packs, essence, which I don't know what that is. Oh, it's probably dust. Looks like that's pretty much what we're getting all the way through. Oh, wait, can you just... no, you can't just hold it. I'm not going to claim this on the stream because it won't be very interesting, I think. Well, I don't know. I guess I can claim it on the stream when I'm done poking around here, and if you want to watch, you can. Okay, so then what else do we have here? Achievements. Okay, and we do get money for that too. Levels. Mat. Yeah, I still don't... Alright, mat is the... that's gems, I think. Like the purchased currency. Oh, so you can just directly buy wild cards. That's nice. And this is what? Okay, so trim for your cards. So packs, I imagine. It would be great if these showed up in a way that you didn't have to mouse over them. Okay, now why does it reset here? Why are these 3 uncommon wild cards 25,000? Oh, this one you can click, so you're clearly supposed to be able to do that, and that previously just wasn't working. So is this something that you actually just unlock as you acquire? Oh no, Mithril is the gem equivalent. Okay, so this must be a progression thing, I'm guessing. Where as you get more, you unlock these rewards. Is there a tooltip on this? There's not a mouse over a tooltip on this, okay. That's unsocial. Oh, look, you can follow players, you can see who's following you, you can block players, and there's even a guild tab here. All of these very much unlike a particular Wizard of the Coast digital client that just came out of beta. It's great seeing them just do things right from the start here. Okay, so I chose this faction, but I don't know anything about any of the factions, so can I, like, choose a different faction? Sorry, that was my phone, not yours. I assume most of you don't have Kakao Talk installed, so I imagine you probably did not expect that was yours. But it's like, how did I select? Do I do it from here? Collection, history. Oh, I can connect to my Google account, Facebook, and my I guess I'm already connected to the Rhino Games account. Oh, I can just change my name from right here. That's great. That is an unnecessarily long ID. I will say that. Geez, how do I want to know how I can change, because I just sort of arbitrarily clicked that faction. Oh, this is great. Look at that. Wow. Rules. Okay, so then we have... Okay, so it does tell us what these things do. So it's both fluff and a little bit of mechanics. So red, aggressive combat abilities, uses life as a resource, life tap. Blue, smaller menu. So we saw that, like, it's kind of a white weenie strategy from the look of it, with like a tempo element. Aid one another, yeah, very white weenie. Overrun and regen, enchantment focused, decent direct damage. Yeah. Yes, this feels like... It kind of feels like this is like blue-red, but the white weenie version of blue-red, if we're using MTG analogies. Yellow. So this is the Magpie guys. So what do they do? Long-range defensive, focused on growing, buffing, and augmenting, and undermining. Good non-life tap gain options, and more health and strength. Okay, so it's health and strength are the two power. I'm probably just going to call it power toughness because I'm just primed to do that. Green. Tricks or manipulation. Yep, saw a lot of shuffling stuff back into our deck. Setting up kill zones with their laser stuff. And spell focused. Okay. Uses the Boneyard as a resource. That dragon in the back is beautiful. Man. Orange. Zealot and Rebel cards excel at making additional token minions, and is the most swarm-oriented color. Covering the board with deserts and enchantments that get more powerful and play up in existing deserts. And purple. Contains cards that represent all three realms, physical, spiritual, and virtual. Cards from the virtual realm often create or interact with additional item cards, while spiritual cards... Stubborn Tengu. often have recurring or horror-themed effects. Okay, so this one I'm not really getting anything out of in terms of what they do. Cards from any realm can use purple signature stealth mechanic. Okay, so it's signature stealth. Purple Genji here, being very stealthy, it looks like. Yeah, I'll have to look at the purple cards, because I didn't get anything about what what they do other than stealth. Oh, but yeah, also great. Yeah, this is awesome, having all the keywords in here. That's quite a number of them, too. Nice. Blight. Okay, so I guess Blight... I was wrong about the Blight thing. It looks like Blight does not go down at the start of every turn, so it is not like Poison from Slay the Spire in that way. And I think that's how it works in Darkest Dungeon as well, right? And I mean, many things. I'm not going to look through all this right now, of course, because we've seen how most of it works, and it would be really boring, but if this is a comprehensive rule set, that is pretty slick. Of course, getting rid of things like instant spells and mana abilities and the stack and stuff like that is just going to make your game a lot simpler. But yeah, if that's a comprehensive rule set, that is very impressive for a game that has this much depth to it. Man, how do I arbitrarily clicked on your picture, and now I want to arbitrarily click on another picture, and I'm not going to keep looking for it, but I will off stream. So anyway, for people who want to stick around and look at me open things, I'm going to do that now, and then I'm going to go to bed. So, yeah, okay, so what did we... Where do we go to open these things? Okay, so we can probably click this to open packs. Correct. Do this. Okay, well that's sweet. Okay, so we've seen these guys. Okay, so as you mouse over, it flips the commons and uncommons. And then it gives you the effect for the rares. That was a really slick... Okay, so graphic design and interface-wise, that was, I would say, not as cool as the Hearthstone one, because, you know, that Hearthstone pop when you open the pack is, like, the best part of the game. A little exaggerated, but it's really good. I like the mousing over to open your commons and uncommons. That is very nice. This is cool, but hopefully when it launches, the effect will fade instead of just disappearing. And also, I feel like this could use a little bit of like some particle effects or a little bit of cleaning up. But anyway, let's see what we got. 5 Spirit Gate, 3 in purple, Spirit Enchantment. When you create a non-ephemeral minion in this lane, you may return a minion to your boneyard with a lower mana cost than the created minion to your hand and make it ephemeral spirit, or make it an ephemeral spirit with its mana cost reduced by 1. Okay, that's a lot of words. That seems very powerful, though. Oh, also, I should mention too that in terms of constructing decks, the rarity of the card is how many you can put in your deck. So it is like it's like a combination of Hearthstone and Magic in that way, I guess, because you can have 4 of your commons, and you can only have 1 of your mythics, I believe. But it scales from that, so you can have 3 of your uncommons, 2 of your rares, and then 1 mythic, because I believe how it works. Don't necessarily quote me on that, but that's my understanding. And so this up here is showing you both the rarity is the color, and then the number you can have in your deck is the number of pips. Okay, so that's really cool. I love value, like these value grindy cards, so that seems very good. And it's quite cheap too. And the fact that it gives you a mana reduction is very nice. Okay, next one. That is very slick. Oh wow. Okay, Jaded Courier. Awaken, deal 1 damage to your opponent and gain 1 life. That seems quite subpar to me, but maybe it works well in conjunction with other things. Okay, Fire Dart Frog. Demise, deal 1 damage to minions in the opposing 3 lanes. Seems pretty good. Night Market, occupying minion has Breach, gain 2 temporary mana. Ooh. So you can effectively play this for 1 if you can attack in with someone immediately. That's pretty cool. And that's very outlaw enchantment. That is a very cool thematic thing, that like you turn your creature into a thief. Steals from your opponent. Demise is an enchantment in the opposite lane. Fawn of Decay. Oh, it's a satyr. Female satyr from the look of it. You don't see those often. Ignition. And Allfather's Horn. Valkyrie spell for 6. Give a standard action to your minions, then refresh your mana and gems. Whoa! Banish the spell after casting. Wow. That is nuts. So when you get to 6, you can basically double activate everything, and then you get all of the mana that you spent on this back. And the gems. So that's very powerful. Wow. That's, I mean, we're going to be opening cards now that are probably way better than the things that are in our decks for the most part, or, you know, the tutorial decks. So everything's going to seem great, at least in the good rares and mythics. Okay, so the rare is not always in the same spot, and it might be that you can get more than 1 rare per pack, I suppose. Okay, so we got our Parsa Crusader here, a Zen Archer, 1/3 with Lurker, awaken at a Phoenix Feather item to your hand. Looks like it will not show us what that does. When an enemy attacks, when an enemy minion with Agile attacks, it must first take 2 damage. Huh. This is an avatar. So does it mean avatar in like the digital sense, or in the like deity sense? Probably the latter. Aim with your spirit, not your eyes. Sea of Fire, deal 5 to a minion for 4. It's pretty standard removal. Tailwrit Worm has +2/+2 while occupying an enchantment. And Garter Khan, 2/3 for 2, generic, not the best. So if I right-click this... Oh, there we go. If I right-click this, it will show me all the abilities and the thing that it makes. So that is give a friendly minion Slayer 2, which means that combat damage increases by 2 when fighting another minion. And that should be permanent, I believe. That's a very different art style for most of the cards in this. It's like very... This is like the tutorial art, sort of. It's more like comic book, as opposed to the more, like, sort of gritty realism, dark fantasy stuff going on here. Anyway, what's our rare? Kite Glider. 3 in purple. Oh, it's an artifact. Okay, so it's an 8 strength artifact. 1 mana and activate, give a minion agile until end of turn. Cool. So, for those of you who missed it last time, we didn't see any artifacts, but we did explain how they work. From what I gather, you play an artifact, it goes just sort of off to the side, it's not on the battlefield. When you take damage, your artifacts will also take that amount of damage. So you can interact with your opponent's artifacts just by attacking them, which is really cool. But I don't know if you can actually choose which ones get hit. It might be random. Anyway, that's neat. So it's sort of like a planeswalker in that effect, except for that every creature is a questing beast. Alright. Vengeful Heirloom. Give a friendly minion +2/+1, and Demise return Vengeful Heirloom from the Boneyard to its owner's hand. Okay, so it's Ranker. Sort of. Pack Mentality. Turn a minion into a canine with has +2/+2 for each adjacent minion. Axeman. 3/2 for 2. There's the Twinfire Zealot. It actually seems pretty decent. Like, if you have a way of boosting this thing's power or getting it in through blockers, the Frenzy on this makes it pretty undercosted for the amount of damage you can cause with it, although you'd have to set up for it to really be very good. Which is why it's, you know, a common. Miraculous Feast will heal your minions and gain 4 life. We saw that played a bunch, doing nothing but gaining 4 life over and over. And then our rare. Pentacle of Flavors. What even is a pentacle, I wonder? Semantic Spell for 4 in purple. Give a minion Armor 1, Focus 2, Regen 3, Slayer 4, and Blast 5. Good food is the fuel of creation, and to master cooking is a taste of godhood. This is really making me think of the Mumbad cycle. This purple faction, making me think of the Mumbad cycle in Netrunner, with the like techno mysticism thing they have going on. Okay, so what does Blast do? Deals 5 non-combat damage to adjacent enemy minions after striking. Whoa! Jeez. I'm reading this right? Oh, and yeah, focused. Okay, combat damage increased increases by 2 while fighting a minion or attacking a player through the opposite lane. I don't know exactly what that would mean. While fighting a minion or attacking a player through the opposite lane. I'll have to look into that one. But good God, that's a lot of... Like, if you have a decent creature and your opponent has like a couple creatures next to each other, you could just easily kill all of the, like, kill 3 things at once with the blast and have a creature that's regenerating with armor left over. That is... That seems good. That seems very good to me. Everything seems good to me right now because my experience with the card pool is a bunch of starter cards. Alright, what do we got here? Sandscape. Awaken enchants adjacent lanes with deserts unless they're already enchanted. Ooh, okay, so multiple... So it's an enchantment that makes 2 more enchantments. When enemy minion attacks this... So basically... So this is like a desert... Oh, it is a desert. Desert enchantment. Okay. So it's 3 deserts. Timberland Troll 4/5 for 4, 3 gen 1. Seems decent. I hear you are Berserker. There's this guy again that you can give Frenzy. I really like these things that you can spend crystals to give abilities, or to, like, activate their abilities. And Frenzy is the double attack, right? Yeah. Enchant Eater. Sorry for the mic bump. Oh my god. God, the puns in this game are so on point. Okay, 2/6 for 4 with Agile. This is just an anteater person. Destroy enchantments in lanes before it attacks through them. This is deliciously vermilion. What does your world taste like? Also, for those of you who have seen Princess Tutu, obviously we all just thought of Anteater Arena right now, which is bringing me additional joy. Okay, Yorth Song. Return an enchantment to its owner's hand and draw a card. So that's some more tempo-oriented stuff out of blue there. Canine Cavalry, 2/2 for 2. Okay, so this is the first one of these that we've seen. So this card is blue. When you burn it, it will give you a blue gem. But it actually takes a blue gem and a green gem to play. So this is effectively a multicolored card, but the faction identity is blue, and it will give you blue as a resource. Okay, anyway, has +2/+2 while occupying an enchantment. When any player uses a power, return this minion to its owner's hand. So I imagine that this is just what it is because it is effectively a 4/4 if you have enchantments out, 4/4 for 2, which is quite undercosted. But I'm wondering if there's... Oh, and it's like this guy is blue and this guy's green. Got it. Cute. I'm wondering if part of the idea of this is to play in an enchantment deck and then use come into play effects from other cards, like when a creature, like when you play a creature, do X. You could also do things like place out an enchantment, it takes damage, then you use a power on something else, put this back in its hand, and then you can replay it and heal it. So things like that would also be a good way of leveraging that ability to break the... I can just get additional value out of it. Alright, so there's a Gartercon. There's that Cloud Scale Break we saw from before. I really like the Agile ability. Because, like, this one doesn't deal much damage, but it'll take a couple hits to destroy, usually, and it can probably get a few damage points in the meantime. There's the Gallows Boy again. Young man who has known true fear is wise indeed. Emperor Koi. That is a very large koi. It is a dragon, in fact. 3/3 for 4 in purple. Awaken, gain 2 temporary mana. Okay, so... We've seen a couple of these temporary mana things. I think they've been in purple, so it might have that kind of... Like, the temporary mana things haven't been like Lotus Petal or Innervate, right? Where you play this and it accelerates this turn. But they have been things where you get mana refunded after spending more than that amount of mana. So that's an interesting way of doing that. There's another one of the Parsa Crusaders. Ooh, that must be the Mythic animation. Oh, there's the person whose avatar we just chose by accident. Bella Witch Queen. Okay, so we saw her in play. I'm glad we opened this card because she seems so cool. The, like, opponent drains her mana, or drains her energy, but you get energy from using her, and then she accelerates you, and then she can stun for 1 energy and activation, and then I imagine the branded would mean, you know, like a Planeswalker emblem. Basically, just it's permanently there. It will not actually tell us that, but that's fine. I assume that's what it means. Yeah, this is a sweet card. And the fact that it has Lurker, so it's hard to interact with creatures directly. Oh, that's just awesome. Which I've said about every rare that we've opened so far. Seal of... Oh, okay, so we opened an alternate art card here. So this is a full art card, and it looks awesome. I love... Excuse me. I love this style of art. I really like the art is full bleed on these cards, and there's this little tiny thin border around it, but mostly bleeds off the page. It looks great. Okay, so... Yeah, this is... So, no effect, but, you know, a nice looking card, so effectively like a golden card here. Banish an enemy minion and all copies of it. Oh, right. Okay, we've seen this one before. I thought I just turned notifications on, but I thought I closed all the things on my computer that were making notification sounds. Ah, here we go. Let's close that one. I missed one. Okay, False Mjolnir. Give an enemy minion, when dealing combat damage, deals equal damage to its controller. Oh, okay. Put it on your opponent's thing, obviously. Because if it was real, my headache would get worse as it got closer. Thunderous. Raid the tombs. Banish the bottom 2 cards of your boneyard in order to draw 2 cards. Wow, that seems very good. Just to draw 2 for 2. I mean... Okay, so here's a question that I do not know. In Magic, the way that this would work is you would say there's exile the top 2 cards of your library. If this were Magic, this would work the way it's worded, even if you didn't have 2 cards in your graveyard. Because it's not saying as an additional cost. So you would go to resolve. Oh, it says in order to. Okay. So that's that language that exists in Magic. But if it was Magic, I imagine that means that it would say as an additional cost, exile the top 2 cards. So I imagine that you have to, yeah. Okay. So I think I answered my question there because of the in order to. Notarize reality. Make the top 4 cards of an opponent's deck ephemeral permanently, or... Oh, that's interesting. Give the top 4 cards of a friendly deck +1/+0 permanently if they are minions. Detain. Give a minion -2/-0 and immobile until your next turn. And add a Deported spell to your hand. Deported. Ephemeral. Return a minion to its owner's hand for 2. It's almost like a Magic split card, like Detain, Deported, but use both halves differently. That's cool. I like that a lot. And ooh, Born Again. Yeah, I've seen this, and this is like this animation when you play it is like the stuff of nightmares, if I'm remembering correctly. 2/1 for 2. Return it to your hand from your boneyard at the end of your turn. So just never dies. Yeah, this is such creepy flavor, like art and flavor text. Just good God. All right, this one and 2 more. Okay, we've seen Karen Henge. We've seen Red Cliffs, I believe. I don't know if we played it or played against it. Right, it suppresses our opponent's rush. Alright, and it, whenever you put something there, it damages the creatures in the opposing lanes, all 3 lanes. I'll give +0/+2 and armor 1, draw a card. Seems pretty good. Ooh, those are some mighty thighs there, wow. Hysterical Strength, +2/+2 until end of turn. Don't know how I feel about that one. This looks like something out of like Arkham Horror or something. Oh wow, he's palming a car. That's pretty great. You'd be amazed what someone can do when you transmute their serotonin into adrenaline. Oh, there's some good flavor in this game. Poxbringer, 1/1 rush. Gives a minion Blight 2 when dealing combat damage. Ooh. Oh, that's pretty cool. And Magpie Sniper. Lurker, Agile, Piercing. 5/3 for 5 in yellow. Does not take retaliatory damage when attacking. Ooh, wow. So it's hard to attack because of Lurker. It's easy to get damage to where you want to go because of Agile and Piercing, I guess. And then, yeah, it doesn't take damage back. That's really cool. Red Hood is in the house. Commencing Operation Wolfire. This is just so awesome. I love the flavor of that. Strength card. Alright. What do we got here? Ooh, another... Oh, okay. A, Wild Core Purple Uncommon. Oh, so its wild cards actually seem to be linked not only to the rarity and the color, but also the set. I assume that's what the core means. Yep, corresponding set, faction, and rarity. Alright, so here's this guy. Played a lot of it. I like Swift. Seems cool. Sumuzen. Awaken, add a healing potion item to your hand. 2/2 for 1. That seems considerably off rate, given that a lot of the things we were playing were like vanilla 2/1s for 1. Ephemeral, restore 3 health to a friendly minion. I mean, those were bad cards, granted, but drink what you want, look fabulous, and become your best self. Like a manga-style art here. Colored, obviously, but... Red Cliffs and a Valkyrie Tough. Alright, probably check the rare. Ooh, Mythic. I'm not a huge fan of that being blue, because that just breaks the color conventions that World of Warcraft seems to establish for the entire world. But, okay, so Desertification Engine. 2/5 Swift for 3 in orange. Activate enchants its lane with a desert unless it's already enchanted. That's very cool. Because of the Swift. So you can both activate it and move it to another lane, and it's tough to kill, and then it's spreading deserts everywhere. Very, very cool design. I'm loving the design of these cards. Alright, last pack for tonight, but there will probably be more in the future. Now this looks like... that could just be a Netrunner card right there. Tongue Foot Soldiers. It's making me think of Hostile Takeover. Demise deals 2 damage to a minion in the opposite lane. There's that Demolition Speedway that we used one game for the beatdown plan. Thriving Shade, 3/3 Stealth. Okay, so there's Stealth. Get +2/+2 at the start of your turn while in Stealth. Okay, identity is hidden from the opponent and blocks like a regular minion until it is dealt damage, interacts with others, or takes a non-move action. What do you mean by blocks like a regular minion? I do not know. A couple things I'll have to look up for next time. It's hidden from opponents and blocks like a regular minion until it is dealt damage, interacts with others, or takes a non-move action. Also, it can move around while in stealth. That's interesting. There's Miraculous Feast again. What's the flavor behind this one? Like, this doesn't seem like what I would expect from the stuff we've seen from Orange. Don't believe everything you read on the internet, but supposedly they use our food and wine offerings to reshape waste into these feasts. Huh. There's the Sandscape again. Just a desert that makes 4 deserts effectively. And Helm of Conscription. 1 mana and an activation. Give a minion +1/+1, and it is now a soldier. Artifact for 14 costs, or with 14 health, durability, whatever, in orange, or in yellow for 2. God Kings of old had many ways of turning subjects into warriors, some more direct than others. Seems like at some point, like, I don't know what it was, because it wasn't Neuromancer or do Android's Dream of Electric Sheep, but somewhere along the way it seemed like we decided that all Cyberpunk had to have some kind of like Mesoamerican like corporate empire that has ancestor worship or something. It's a strange. There's some strange tropes in Cyberpunk, man, and I love them. They're awesome. But yeah, some unusual stuff happening out here. We're level. Oh right, okay. Oh hey, we have like 3 more packs. All right, so we get some money, and then we get a pack and a Percy portrait. So I guess we have a few more things to open. Maybe we'll open these next time though, because it's getting pretty late and the stream's going on for over 2 hours now. 1,000 coins. And the Smite power. So we'll check out these powers next time. A pack, Ingrid, and Journey of Souls Path. And 250 Essence. And this guy, Ariel. Right. I wish that we had a portrait of him in his awesome-looking angel form, because that's sweet. And the Impel power, that's probably the move one, I suppose. I wish that I could see what these were for mousing over them. And then... Pack, and... what are you? Axolotl. No idea how that would be pronounced. And then Turn of Seasons Path. So we've got a bunch more. So up to level 13, it looks like we'll be unlocking paths and powers. I assume that this means how much more there is to go until we reach that level. So 500 more to get this one, and then another 600 after that one, etc. Oh, here we go. This is how I switch this. Okay, so we just click on these. Right, okay. I got it. We've had this one going for a while. This looks pretty cool and they all look pretty cool. I really like the purple aesthetic, so, ooh, cool Oni dude in a puzzle solve. Oh, is that our quest? Is that the quest? I was just looking at the pictures. Where was I? That would be missions and then factions. Okay, yeah. Okay, so this is... Wait, no. Why does this bring up puzzle all of a sudden? I have no idea. But anyway, yeah. This is like... I lost my train of thought. But it was something about Oni and Japan and Neuromancer, which has Japan but does not have Oni. At least not in my recollection. Well, I think that'll do it for tonight. That was a great session. We completed the tutorial missions. We have more to look forward to in the... probably once this goes live. Hopefully get some more chapters to that. In the meantime, we have like puzzles and start building some decks and stuff like that. And of course, remember there's the... there's always these two... at any given point, twice through the week, we'll rotate through these 2 decks built by the community, by community members, that are competitive and are completely free to play. You can't modify them, of course, and still use the cards that you don't have, but you can just sleeve these up virtually, I guess. Bad choice of words, but you can play these and just get a sense for like how the deck works, and if you want to build something like that. What does practice mean? So like just play it in... Yeah. Versus Sparky, effectively. Cool. We're actually going to do this, but I just want to see what that did. Oh man, that's sweet looking. Oh, there's some great effects in this game. Alright, well, we will concede. Actually, maybe we'll suspend.
Go!
And we'll play that later. I want to take a look at... Okay. Ooh, we've got a decent number of these in here. I wonder what unlocks these. If you have to, like, beat some of the previous ones to unlock these ones, or if, like, we need more cards or something. Probably not that. Or if they're not in the game yet. Probably one of those 3. Is this like that alabaster woman, like... Wait, no, that's an arm? I thought that was her leg. I cannot tell what is going on in this picture, man. But it looks intense, whatever it is. Alright, so I think that'll do it. Thank you very much for joining. This game is great. I love playing it. I love playing it for you guys. Let me know what you think in the comments. Give it a try. The game it's free to play in the same way that, you know, all you know, collectible games are free to play, where you can pay to unlock things faster. But yeah, super slick. The client is great. The gameplay is awesome. And I've really enjoyed even just playing through the pretty simple tutorial missions. So, but yeah, let me know what you think in the comments. Give it a thumbs up, subscribe, like, all those things. Those are redundant, whatever. It's late. I'm tired. I'm going to bed. Thank you so much for joining us. This has been Ben with the Tiger's Den. I'll see y'all later. Bye-bye.